Can't forget the clapboard. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Retired Gamer. If you're new here, thanks for coming through in the channel. And if you've been here before, I'd like to welcome you back. Appreciate your time, appreciate your energy. And I got another reaction group of Waterloo Road coming to you today. But this is, I got people all over the world sending requests in from everywhere, so I appreciate y'all so much. And with this one right here, this is season 11, episode 1, and it is Danny Lewis's escape attempt. So let's get to it. I'm rocking the headphones tonight. Hey, all right, so let's see.
Zip up, kids. You busted.
Whoa. Who's that?
What are you doing? Stop now!
Look, I need you to stop resisting. I need you to stop resisting arrest. I will have to handcuff you, sir.
All right.
Watch out. What's going on?
Right, everyone
What's
stand
going
back.
on? Mike, what are you doing?
You've been caught trespassing in the school.
You right, Dana?
Danny Lewis.
Is he a pupil?
Are you okay?
I used to be.
Right, everyone inside now. Come on. Danny, are you all right? You okay? Come on. Danny, come on.
I'll let her know. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Could you just maybe get her off the furniture?
So, what's the name?
Angel.
Hi, Angel.
He's been camping out in the boiler room for a few weeks, maybe even longer.
Okay, do you know what? I think we can take it from here.
Home contact.
I don't want to speak to my mum.
Danny, let's just... This is Jamila Omar. She's our social worker.
Hey, Danny.
Danny, why don't we go down to pastoral care, right? We can have a chat in private. You can leave your stuff here safe, yeah? Right, yeah. Back to class.
Is there a reason you don't want us to call you mum?
No point. Only stay because of my nan.
How long have you been sleeping rough, Danny? Before here, or did you stay with
Oh,
someone
look, can I go now or what?
Sit down. Where are you gonna go, Danny? You can't stay here.
Look, I never stole nothing or broke anything. Look, I mean, I even cleaned the shower when I was done.
Right, well, I'm gonna leave you to talk to Jamila, right? Calmly. Will you find me when you're done? Yeah?
You must have been very lonely.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause that real fast. All right, so I noticed kind of like a habitual cinematographic approach that Waterloo Road utilizes when it comes to their storytelling. As soon as the episodes start out, the audience is already getting brought in to the story. And here we see Danny. We don't really know all that has happened. We're kind of revealed bits and pieces through that small clip, but we definitely can tell that he's going through a lot on the home front, and what's happening there is causing him to react and act out here in this environment. It kind of sounded like he is sleeping in one of the rooms of the school. Like he's kind of like forcing himself to be homeless based on what might be happening at home. So really, really interesting how Waterloo Road kind of takes that approach. but it's pretty realistic in its aspect of, in its perspective of real life scenarios for real life people that probably resonate with their targeted demographic. So with that being said, end of the line for Danny, season 11, episode 7. Let's take a look at this. So I see he's like wearing school clothes, so he must be a little bit more acclimated to what's going on.
Got your message. I want my money now.
I haven't got it!
Where's me grand?
Hey, wait!
I want me money. We'll go to your new mum's and get it now.
Get off!
Move! Move, or you're dead. Because one way or another, you're going down those stairs. Are you gonna get me money?
Another time?
No. No!
I can't! Nothing!
Listen, mate, this is your last chance.
Danny, what are you doing? Everybody's waiting. Danny?
Okay, so, damn, all right. So Danny definitely has gotten himself in too deep with the wrong crowd, obviously. Him wearing the school getup, my first impression is that he has been a lot more acclimated to the school environment, and he's been, it almost appears as if he's actually been doing well based on how looks like a teacher or a teacher's aide approached him, smiles, "Hey Danny." So that kind of gives me the impression that Danny has been like he turned his life around to a certain degree. But this guy that is after him, there's a couple scenarios there, like, because I'm just like, I'm filling in the blanks with limited information. So he could be the antagonist in that shot right there. He could be after Danny because of Danny's mom and what she has going on. He could be after Danny because of what Danny has maybe accepted from him. And obviously it sounds like the guy probably wants like $1,000 from Danny, whatever. Because I believe he said where's my granddad? So, oh man. So the thing is with this whole, and I knew something was really wrong, that the guy chasing after him wasn't a teacher. When I seen the guy throw the punch, I'm like, because a teacher wouldn't do that. Like, there's no scenario where a teacher would do that. So it made me think that Danny has really been dealing with the wrong people, making agreements with the wrong people, or somebody around him, like his family members, could, trickle down effect. Because if somebody's parents is on drugs and extortion happens in so many different ways, especially where the streets is concerned, there's no telling from this perspective. But overall, I really like how it was shot. It was shot really well, especially with being able to tell, once again, like Waterloo Road is really good at telling a story in a short amount of time and getting that intriguing curiosity wheel turning for the viewer. And in this case, it's me, right? So far as me and how, like the way that I look at this, like in my life now, being 43 years old, I look at life from a different lens. It's just so strange how life is. I always talk about this, but I mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But when you're young, sometimes you end up putting yourself in situations that it's hard to get out of, and you might end up agreeing to do something that there was a moment in time when you could have said no, and you didn't. You said yes, and that yes leads to more positioning of your life in somebody else's hands, because whenever you say yes to something that you don't really want to say yes to, deep down, you're giving that person you're speaking to a lot of power over you. It took a lot for me to understand this. It took for me personally, it took for me to go to a prison to be able to understand how many times I gave my power over to other people and individuals. So at this point in time in my life right now, what I've been doing is I've been really just like mentoring kids, like troubled youth like Danny, that find themselves, you know, like just life is kind of overlooking, like life is like kind of like a bully to them, more or less, you know what I mean? And what I like doing for me personally, I like using the arts. I like using my skill set to be able to change people's perspective, young kids' perspective on life, so that way they can have something else to look forward to. Because when they go home, after leaving me, sometimes they might not be going home to a well-constructed house. A house with structure is what I'm speaking of. So they might be going home to a broken home, or they might be going home to where a dad is an alcoholic and a mom is on a heavy drug, or vice versa, or both of them might be alcoholics, or both of them might be on drugs, or they might not even have a father figure or a mother figure in their house, and they're raising themselves, more or less, you know what I mean? So when I encounter kids like that, like I just try to like explain to them my mishaps. I explain to them my experience. I don't judge them for like smoking weed. I don't judge them for doing anything that they're doing. I just try to show them a different perspective and be like, hey, look, you already know how this is going, and you can see firsthand that it's not really working out for you. So let me just show you a different perspective, and just for a week, just try it with this other route. And if you think that this other route might be a good look for you, stick to it. And if somebody else that comes into your life that maybe you removed, but they want you to be back how you was before, you now have the confidence and the ability and the self-esteem to be able to say, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not rocking with that XYZ. So I ain't trying to curse, but this is like like when it comes to this type of stuff, I'm not filtering myself, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do that here, because it's just not the type of person that I am. And if I'm speaking to a 15-year-old kid that's watching their parents on drugs and stuff, and they are in turn selling drugs at the same time, I'm not sugarcoating anything with them. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it 1,000% with them. So if I was around Danny, I wouldn't have took the approach that they took, but maybe it worked for him in that scenario. I would have took a different approach. I would have kind of looked to see things that Danny likes. One thing I know that he likes, I know he likes animals. So what I would do is I would use that angle to build a bond and build rapport with him before I asked anything of him. And then most kids nowadays, they like music, they like film, and they like content creation. So that's my other end. And I got a quick, I'm gonna end it with this. When they like music, they want to rap. I got a quick little segment that I'll say to them. I'll say, they kept on telling me, you better slow your roll, boy, you gonna catch a felony. And that's exactly what happened to me. And since then, it's minimum wages at critical stages. Now I'm plotting on paper, only God can save us, little leaguers and majors. This is really dope. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop it here, And I got a couple more episodes I'm gonna record real fast, so let's get to it.